continue the chapter synthetic powers and plastics. You have learned in earlier classes that powers are mainly of two types. One is natural power, other is synthetic power. Natural powers are those which are obtained from plants or animals like cotton, jute, wool, silk. These are natural powers, and those powers which are obtained from laboratories or many factories are known as synthetic power. Synthetic power are man-made power. That is, the powers are prepared in the laboratories. Those powers which are prepared in the laboratory are known as synthetic powers. And you have learned that there are several synthetic powers like rayon, nylon, polyester, acrylic, and so many. But you have to study a few. One that is first you have to study about rayon. I told you that rayon was the first synthetic power prepared in the laboratory, but it was not fully synthetic because wood pulp is needed to prepare rayon. Rayon, which is known as artificial silk, it has specific glazing, specific shining, and that's why it is known as artificial silk. And it is obtained from wood pulp, that is which contains cellulose, and wood pulp when treated with the chemicals, then a thread is obtained or power is obtained. That power named is rayon, and it has many uses. Rayon has the following usage, right? It is used in the textile industries for making many types of fabrics and home furnishing. I've told you that rayon, which is which was the first synthetic power, was prepared from wood pulp, which contains cellulose, and many things are prepared from rayon. Ma- Carpets, curtains, many type of cloths are prepared from that rayon. But the fully prepared synthetic power, the first fully prepared synthetic power was nylon. Nylon, which is prepared in the New York and at London, in London at the same time, and that's why its name got nylon. New York and London, from the name of the two uh, the main towns, New York and London. It's got the name nylon. And nylon has a high tensile strength, that is, it has a high load bearing power, and it is durable. That's why many things are made from the fiber, synthetic power, nylon. It is used for manufacture of tire cords, fabrics, and ropes. For mountaineers, ropes are needed to climb on the mountain, and that ropes are made of nylon. And the parachute, which is used to climb down, that is to come down from any uh, aircraft, right, to the land. It is made up of nylon also, and many type of cloth, sock, they are made of nylon. Fishing nets, which is also important thing, which is used for to catch the fishes. It is made up of nylon also. The third synthetic fiber is polyester. Polyester, it is obtained by the process polymerization. I've told you that process, which is known as polymerization, as a chemical process by which many monomers are joined together to form polymer. And polymers are the long chain of the monomers. When monomers are joined together, then polymer is obtained. Like polythene. Polythene is a type of polymer. It is obtained from the monomer ethene, or its name is ethylene. And when many ethylene, that is ethene, ethene or ethylene are the same. Its formula is C2H4. It is known as ethene. and when they many units are joined together, then polythene is prepared, and n times C2H4, this and number of the molecules joined together is a polymer of ethylene. Polymer of ethylene. That's why its name is polythene. And polythene is used in many purposes at homes, to carry bags in the carry bags to obtain any objects from the soaps. We use to carry bags of polythene, and that is the polymer, and that polymer is obtained from monomer ethene. Polyester is also a type of synthetic fiber. It is obtained from ester group, and when ester group, many esters are joined together, then polyester is formed. Polyester is the polymer of ester, and its usage, or it is used to making different types of apparel, tight such as shirts, pants, jackets, bed sheets, curtains, sarees, mouse pad. Polyester is used for making rope, fabrics, and conveyor belt, cushioning and insulating material, pillow, etc. That is, many things are made from polyester. Many of us wear the cloths of polyester, and that polyester cloth has a specific luster, specific glazing, and it has low water absorbing power. That's why it died up very soon. And if one time it is iron, then the crease in for a longer time. That's why it is very it is widely used in our cloth. Now, terracotta is a blended power. When terylene and cotton, the both are mixed together, then terracotta is formed. And it is a blend power, that is a mixed power. And it is made by cotton. Similarly, polyester and cotton, polywool, polyester and wool. When polyester and wool get mixed together, then a mixed fiber is formed, and that is known as polywood and polywool. These are the mixed fiber, blended fiber, which is widely used in many purposes, generally to prepare the cloths. Now, PET, polyethylene terephthalate, is very popular form of polyester. Polyester is known as PET, and its full form is polyethylene terephthalate. It is very popular polyester, and many things, water bottle and containers used in kitchens, and negative films, wire, and many other useful products are used uh, are prepared from that PET, that is polyethylene terephthalate. It is a type of polyester. Now, acrylic is also a type of synthetic fiber. It is also known as artificial wool, because it acts just like wool, the fabric wool, which is obtained from sheep or goat or special type of yak. You have learned that some camels also provides us wool, and acrylic is cheaper than natural wool, and retain their shape and are durable. That is, it lasts for a longer time. It lasts for a longer time, and fabrics made of acrylics are used in winter in season. That is when it is very cool season, winter season, and many things are made of acrylic nowadays. Here in your book, the articles are shown on page number 47. Articles made from acrylic. Usage: acrylic is making sweaters, socks, home furnishing, blankets, and many other clothing. Nowadays, many blankets are available in the market, which are made of acrylics, which is known as the artificial wool, and it keeps our body warm. Now the other things which is made up of by the polymerization process is known as plastics. That is the polymerization process, polymers. And there are two types of plastics. One is thermoplastic, other is thermosetting plastics. Thermoplastics are those which can recast another in another shape upon heating. We can recycle that plastic again and again, and the plastic which can recycle, that is once the things is destroyed or it becomes deformated, then we can change the shape of the object by heating, and this is known as thermosetting the thermoplastic. And there is another type of plastic which is known as thermosetting plastic, and uh, these plastics cannot be softened again and again. That is, we cannot remold that plastics, and we cannot recycle that plastic because it gets one time in shape, that it's retained its shape, and if the object is damaged, then we cannot change that object to the other object by recycling, and that is known as thermosetting plastics. Thermosetting plastics are the polymers in which chain gets highly cross-linked on heating. That's why we cannot melt again and again that plastic. Like the bakelite, melamine, these are the plastics which are thermosetting plastics, and we cannot recycle that one. And thermoplastic are those which can be recycled again and again, and that's the when we heat that plastic, then it gets changed into liquid state, and that liquid state when poured into molds, different type of cast, then it gets the shape, different shapes. That's why thermoplastic can be recycled. Plastic a material or choice. Now nowadays plastics are widely used in our daily life, but there is a main problem that it is a non-biodegradable. That is, the bacteria does not decompose this plastic. If we throw the plastic object in the soil, then it remain in that soil for longer time, and the bacteria or other decomposers cannot decompose that thing. That's why it is a hard problem to dispose the plastic objects. That's why there are many campaigns which prevents us to use plastics, right? And there are mainly preventing measures are the 4 R's, which is known as refuse, reduce, reuse, and recycle. We should refuse. The that is that we should refuse to buy new items of the plastics, because plastics is a substance which is non-biodegradable, and it has adverse effect in our environment. And reduce, we should reduce the use of plastic. uh, as soon as possible. We should not use that plastic, because it is very difficult to dispose, or if we burn plastic objects, then it produces poisonous gases, and the poisonous gases pollute our air. That is it is also a pollutant, air pollutant. The gases which are produced by the burning of plastic are air pollutants. That's why we should not burn the plastic objects, and reuse. And those plastics which is thermoplastics, I told you that two type of plastics are there in the all around us. That is one type of plastic which is recycled one again, and when we heat, then it changes into liquid state, and by pouring into molds, we can give the different shapes. And that's why we should use that type of plastic, but not the thermosetting plastics, which is once which is made, then we cannot recycle that plastic. So again, we cannot get the other things from that plastic. That is why we should not use that, reuse and recycle. Recycle, that is plastic, thermoplastic, that is a recycled, can be used, but we cannot use thermosetting plastic that is not recycled. Now the chapter is finished. Okay, now